Make America great again.
I am a nasty woman. I'm not as nasty as a man who looks like he bathes in Cheeto dust. A man whose words are a diss track to America. Electoral college sanctioned hate speech contaminating this national anthem. I'm not as nasty as Confederate flags being tattooed across my city. Maybe the South actually is gonna rise again. Maybe for some, it never really fell. Blacks are still in shackles and graves just for being black. Slavery has been reinterpreted as the prison system in front of people who see melanin as animal skin. I am not as nasty as a swastika painted on a pride flag. And I didn't know devils could be resurrected, but I feel Hitler in these streets. A mustache traded for a toupee. Nazis renamed the cabinet. Electroconversion therapy, the new gas chamber, shaming the gay out of America, turning rainbows into suicide notes. I am not as nasty as racism, fraud, conflict of interest, homophobia, sexual assault, transphobia, white supremacy, misogyny, ignorance, white privilege.
How stupid are these people? You know, actually, Judge, she can't have an IQ more than 15. She's using hate speech, and then uses her hate speech to talk about how bad hate speech is. You know, she sits there and talks about the color of Trump's skin, and then talks about how people are being discriminated against for the color of the skin when she is sitting here discriminating against Trump for the color of his skin. You know, talks about white privilege. You know, if you have anything in this world and you're white, then it's attributed to white privilege. It doesn't matter if you started from the bottom and worked your way up. It doesn't matter because you're white. You automatically have white privilege. Well, she has the privilege to stand up on stage. She's white. She has money, so what gives her the right to even talk? She doesn't have the right to talk. She has white privilege. People should be throwing bottles at her for her hate speech right now. She's white privileged, female, cisgender. Her father's white. Her children are white. You know, I mean, everything she's saying, it's idiotic. I mean, you know, and then if you look at the end of the video, look how smug her look is. Like, yeah, you know, it's sickening. It's truly sickening. I mean, you know, what can you really say about this? I mean, it speaks for itself. You know, if you just watch the clips that I had to edit some of the stuff out because some of the stuff she was saying was so disgusting. I mean, we don't want to talk about it, you know, but yeah, I mean, these people on the left, these snowflakes, you know, something's wrong with them in the head. They really need to seek psychological help.
I'm not as nasty as using little girls like Pokemon before their bodies have even developed. I am not as nasty as your own daughter being your favorite sex symbol. Like your wet dreams infused with your own genes. But yeah, I'm a nasty woman. A loud, vulgar, proud woman. I'm not nasty like the combo of Trump and Pence being served up to me in my voting booth. I'm nasty like the battles my grandmothers fought to get me into that voting booth. I'm nasty like the fight for wage equality. Scarlett Johansson, why were the female actors paid less than half of what the male actors earned last year? See, even...
There's people, I don't know if they know this, but Trump was just inaugurated on Friday. That being said, what does last year's pay of an actress have to do with Trump? That was under Obama. Why didn't you send in this message to Obama? All right, now the only thing I'll say about this with actors anyway, I can't talk about other businesses. I personally don't believe in this wage gap. There's a lot of things you got to take into it. As far as actors and actresses, you're going to get paid according to who comes to see your movies. If you're somebody like I don't know who the biggest star is, but whoever's the biggest star, they're going to pay to see that movie. Where if you're Ashley Judd, you're probably going to lose money over the next few years in any movies that you do because of your stupidity. People are going to stop coming. So why do you deserve the same amount of money as someone who's going to bring in the crowds? Why do you deserve that money? Just because you're a female? No, it's not how it works. You're paid as an actress. You get paid based on the audience that you bring in. If you're not a good actress and you don't bring an audience, you're not going to get that $20 million a movie deal. You're just not going to get it. So that has nothing to do with the outside world. The real world with people that are working regular jobs. You start the job, man or woman, you start the same job. You're going to get paid the same amount of money, regardless if it's right or not. You're going to, if you're a female, you can only lift 20 pound box, and I'm a male, I can lift 40 pound box. I'm going to get paid the same as you, even though I got to work harder. That's the truth of it. You might not want to accept that, but that's the truth of it.
No, it is hard to look at your own entitlement and privilege. You may be afraid of the truth.
I already said a little bit of something about privilege, but this is all I'm going to say. Is directed to Ashley Judd here. Stand behind what you're talking about. You have money, give it all up. You're privileged, give it all up. Give up every last dime you have. Sell your house. Be a normal person. Go out there and get a regular job. Work hard like the rest of us do. Give everything that you have to women's organizations, to inner city organizations, anything that can help the poor people out. Do that. Stand behind what you're saying here. But you don't have the balls to do it. And I use balls, yes. You don't have the balls to do it. You want to talk a good game, you want to seem like that, but when you go back home to your gated house, where you can have cameras up and see who's invading your personal space, you can sit there and think about, you can have that smug look and think about how good you did in that speech, but you don't have the balls to go and get rid of all your privilege. Stand behind what you're saying and give up your privilege.